What if I told you that the secret to getting more sales and a bigger commission check as a solar consultant lies in mastering how to generate your own leads? I'm going to show you why learning how to generate your own leads is the best investment you can ever make as a solar consultant, and how you can learn how to generate high exclusive solar leads for yourself, so you don't have to door knock, you don't have to cold call, and you don't even have to rely on other marketers to do lead generation for you. And at the end of this video, I'm going to introduce you to an opportunity that solar consultants just like you are using to get anywhere between 5 to 10 deals a month consistently without having to put in all the effort of lead generation and appointment setting. If you don't know me, my name is Nazir, and I've been in the solar space for the past 5 years now, and I spend majority of my time in marketing and building systems that help my sales reps and other sales reps to get appointments on a daily basis. We can both agree that in order to get a bigger commission check for each sale that you bring in, you have to bring in your own leads. If you have to rely on a company to give you leads and appointments, then your commission check is not going to be as big as it's supposed to be. So we can both agree that in order to avoid companies from taking part of your commission, you have to be able to bring in your own leads and appointments, and you don't want to door knock and you don't want to cold call. You want to look for a very efficient way to do this, and I'm going to show you exactly how to do it. If you have to rely on a company to give you leads and appointments, not only are they going to take away some of your commission, but the sales is not going to come in consistently, right? Because they have other solar consultants that they have to give leads and appointments to. So not only are they going to take part of your commission, but also the sales is not going to be consistent because they have other sales reps to feed with leads and appointments. So learning how to generate your own leads is going to give you a bigger edge, and learning how to generate your own leads in a very effective way. One of the problems we have in the industry is putting in a lot of work and getting little results. Of course, we still have other problems like companies not willing to pay you money. I've been in that situation. We've lost hundreds of thousands of dollars of commissions that we never got paid. I'm sure you can relate to the problem of putting in a lot of work and not getting enough results. Let me know if you relate to this. Working 6 to 10 days in a row, putting in 5 to 8 hours on a daily basis, 6 days a week, and still not getting enough sales. That's a lot of work. Or maybe even cold calling a lot of leads and losing interest after making hundreds of leads without getting any appointments. I can relate to this because I've been in this situation. I'm a sales rep, been in this situation, and the sales rep that work with me as well have been in the exact same situation. So I know exactly how it feels to put in all this work, to knock on a lot of doors, to make a lot of cold calls and still not get any sales from it. It happens a lot, and there's nothing you can do about it. The reason why this is hard is because you don't have leverage, right? You have to knock one door at a time. You have to make one cold call at a time. Having leverage means you can knock 10 to 20 doors at a time, but you can't do that because you don't have the leverage. But there are other ways to reach thousands of homeowners without having to put in a fraction of that effort. And that's by leveraging the internet for lead generation and appointment setting. From using AI systems and AI tools that you don't even have to create by yourself, learning how to generate leads online effectively, and building systems that will give you the power to decide how many leads and appointments and closed deals you want to get each week. Imagine waking up on a Saturday morning with a notepad in your hand and you write down how many leads you want to get next week, how many appointments you want to get next week, and how many deals you want to close next week. Imagine having that superpower. You can make this a reality if you take the necessary action. And that's when you will begin to enjoy solar sales, because now you can decide how many leads and appointments and close deals you want to get. And the more deals you close, the more money you're going to make as a solar consultant. So having the power to decide how many deals you are going to close is going to give you a big edge, and it's going to make selling solar a lot of fun for you, because now you don't have to worry about doing all the work of lead generation and appointment setting. All you have to do is to put down your numbers. How many leads do you want to get this week? How many appointments do you want to take this week? And how many deals do you want to close this week? That's the power of leveraging the internet for lead generation. It's damn near impossible to do that with door knocking or cold calling. And smart solar companies understand how the game works. Smart solar companies and solar consultants understand that in order for them to get enough leads and appointments, they have to leverage the internet for lead generation. And that's why they started working with marketing companies to generate leads and book appointments for them. But just like any other thing, marketing agencies have their own disadvantages. And one of the most common disadvantages they have is they always prioritize their biggest client over the little guys, right? And as a solar consultant, if you want to go work with a marketing agency, you definitely just want leads for yourself, right? You don't have a team of solar sales rep that you want to feed with appointments. You only want leads for yourself. And for that reason, you're only going to be spending just a little bit of money online for lead generation. And you can't compete with the big ballers that are spending the most money. So think about this. If you have two customers, one pays you $5,000 a month for lead generation and appointment setting, and another customer, another client pays you $1,000, $2,000 for lead generation and appointment setting. Who are you going to give your most attention? It's probably the biggest guys, right? And that's exactly what the marketing companies are doing. As a solar consultant, you only want leads for yourself. And for that reason, you're only going to be spending a little bit of money. You can't spend a lot of money like the big ballers are spending because they have a lot of people to feed with leads and appointments. So you are better off learning how to generate your own leads by yourself. Not only are you going to have enough money because now you don't have to pay a marketing company, you can use that money to reinvest back into marketing and get even more leads and get even more appointments and close even more deals, and that's going to be more money in your pocket. Learning how to generate your own leads is probably the best investment you can ever make for yourself as a solar consultant. I've had a lot of solar consultants reach out to me because they want to master the art of lead generation. And over the years, I've been able to coach a decent amount of solar consultants from being a beginner lead generation solar rep to becoming an expert, generating their own leads and booking their own appointments by only putting in a few minutes a day. They just wake up and all they do is wake up, look at the computer, look at the numbers, and decide what they want to do next. They don't have to put in all that crazy amount of work that you have to put in if you want to door knock and get a cold call. Right? They get the most results from it, and that's leverage. And you need to understand how to use leverage if you want to grow as a solar consultant. If you want to get more sales, bigger commission checks, and get even more sales and even bigger commission checks, you need to understand leverage. You need to understand how to put in a little bit of effort and get a big amount of payoff. You can't do that with door knocking. You have to put in a huge amount of effort and get very little return. But with paid ads and learning how to do this by yourself, you can put in just a little bit of effort and get a huge return back, because now you have a leverage. Just like I said, I've had a lot of solar consultants reach out to me because they want to master the art of lead generation, and I've done that successfully over the years. But 9 months ago, I decided to put together a program called the Solar Leads Mastery Program. Over 60 solar consultants have joined this program, and on the lower end, I have solar consultants that are doing anywhere between 2 to 4 deals a month consistently, and on the higher end, on average, I have solar consultants that are doing 6 to 8 deals consistently every single month without having to do door knocking, without having to make cold calls, and without having to rely on marketers, all by using all the tools and the resources that they learn within 30 days in the Solar Leads Mastery Program. If 60 solar consultants can do it, you can do it as well. If you don't take action, if you don't learn how to generate your own leads, another solar consultant behind you is going to learn how to generate their own leads, and they're going to have leverage that you don't have. They're going to have leverage. They're going to have the tools and the resources that is going to propel them to higher heights, more success, while you focus on door knocking, cold calling, and maybe even relying on marketers to do lead generation for you. So the best investment you can make for yourself as a solar consultant is literally learning how to generate your own leads, because if you know how to generate your own leads, you can get more leads, you can get more appointments, and you can prioritize yourself. The marketing company is not going to prioritize you if you don't pay them enough money, and you can never pay them enough to take good care of you. If you want to learn more about the program, shoot me a message on Facebook, Instagram, or LinkedIn. If you have any questions, drop them in the comments, and make sure you are subscribed to the channel. See you soon, and don't forget to take action.